Coolbet, the official sports book of the 2024 President's Cup. Dive into the action today with the best odds in lacrosse. Coolbet, stay cool.
Bet responsibly.
And that is the voice of Jake Elliott. Tino Farah here alongside as we are just moments away from the start of the final, the 2024 President's Cup. And keeping on the topic of Coolbet, Jake, you're getting a look at the odds right now. What stands out to you here?
Not a whole lot. You know, I think the bookmakers probably have it right here. Edmonton will have something to say about it. So we get a rematch of last year's final, but hometown team finished top of the table in the round robin. Have the home floor going for the three-peat. They are the favorites.
Favorites for a reason. And in just a few seconds here, we will throw it down to the turf to get the team announcement, the land acknowledgement, the anthems. And we're going to be back in a few moments for the start of the final. It's the 2024 President's Cup live from Ladner, British Columbia.
And now fans,
finally here, the final day of the 2024 President's Cup, and it is the gold medal matchup here on the line. It's the hosts, the Ladner Pioneers, and they will take on the only team that they have fallen to in this tournament, and the same team that they went up against in the final last year, the Edmonton Miners. Tino Farah, Jake Elliott, cameraman extraordinaire George Parra. Happy to be here with BC Sports TV. Jake, I don't know what capacity is here at the Ladner Leisure Center, but man, oh man, are we ever close.
Not a lot of open seats to be had here in the Leisure Center for this gold medal game, and rightly so, as two of the best lacrosse teams in the country are set to do battle.
And we will have the opening face-off in just a moment here. Let's get this in right off the bat. Marcus Fisher, Lane Hartang, Nick DeSantos are your officials. Herbie John on standby.
6-3 in the round robin, Tino, in favor of the Miners early in the week. It was a 12-8 victory a year ago in Oakville for Ladner in the gold medal game. Blow the whistle. Let's play some lacrosse.
And we are underway. President's Cup is in the building. It's on the line, and it will be the host team, the Ladner Pioneers, who get the first offensive set of the game. Here comes Mitch Jones, a Ladner native himself. Over to Tyler Pace with a shot, rings iron. And Cam McLeod, not going to be marked up with a save, not yet, but he'll thank his best friend behind him.
Will count as a shot, but yeah, not a save for McLeod there. Good look for Pace early.
Cam McLeod has been so strong for this Miners team throughout the tournament. An even goals against average of 5 coming into this game. And there's another guy who's been good for them as McIntyre dishes inside to Lachlan. And now here comes Jacob Doucette grabbing a loose ball just before the shot clock expires. He's dumped. Throws a back feed through to Owen Barker, who can't take it cleanly. An early mistake here for the Pioneers, and Edmonton looks for another set.
Yeah, nice forward check there from the Miners to force the turnover.
Now Mike Triolo, the captain. He's been quiet, at least last game. They look to him for some offense. There's a shot and a save from Del Bianco, and the rebound will go to the corner. Big collision, but again cleaned up. Here's another loose ball from the Miners. Tyler Sonichin getting a rough ride. He loses it. He'll continue to apply some pressure, but the Pioneers look to escape the zone as Claire, with a man on his back, gets back into the offensive zone himself, and he'll circle back to get the offense on.
Another one of those Ladner proud natives in Sammy Claire.
Now Mitch Jones working with Benesh. He'll go over to the far side. Dixon leaves for Pace. A couple of roughneck teammates. Hayden Dixon got them here. Now the captain and Ryan Keith throws one on target, and Cam McLeod officially has a save.
Been one of the top goaltenders in the tournament all week long for Cam McLeod. No surprise he gets the start here tonight.
He has been steady Eddie for this team. Just 3 goals against when these two met in the round robin. Mike Triolo had a look through, couldn't get it, and Cody Adamson is off to the races. Might muscle his way through. He's going to, looking top corner, and McLeod had to be sharp there. McIntyre will send it up to Brett Craig.
Yeah, I like that shot if he's a lefty, not so much if he's a righty. Not a lot of space there to get it past the goaltender.
Now Marcus Needham. Over to Dean Farrell, far side feed. Shopping through the middle of the floor. Mike Triolo joins late. He's trying to shoulder his way through. Lost possession. Grabs it again. Has room. Shoots, and a kick saved by Del Bianco. Rebound collected by Dean Farrell.
You know Del Bianco will always rise to the occasion. The bigger the stakes, the better he plays.
Now Marcus Needham will try to solve the Ladner Pioneers netminder. He's played in every game in this tournament. 7 assists to his name. Wouldn't expect anything less from Del Bianco as Triolo looks to muscle one through. Gets a big collision afterwards. He's slow to get up and will head off for a change. Now Jones over to Pace as the offense will rejoin the fray. Jones fake shot. He'll drive, now circle back and look over to the far side. Instead he'll shoot short side, and McLeod makes another save. Loose ball grabbed by Benesh. Here's Tyler Pace. Lob over to James Ray. That one goes off the mark all the way back over center. and Matt Kim's going to run onto it. He had 2 goals in their semifinal performance, and was one of the standouts for the Miners.
Been excellent in the faceoff dot all week as well.
Now McIntyre working on Doucette. Gets the feed returned to him. Far side, there's a shot from distance, bounces wide, and goes out of play.
Nice little feeling out process here in the first 4 minutes. 4 3-year shots, 0-0.
Both goaltenders look strong here. Now Jason Jones, he'll stop up working with Bromley. Brother Mitch Jones will return the feed back to him. Jones over to Ray. Keith driving through the middle, return to Jones instead. Shot blocked, a little bit of friendly fire as that one hit the rear end of Spencer Bromley. And a big hit by Bromley, throwing his weight around, gets a glove to the face, stumbles, and now he'll go back to the bench.
That's a nice job from McFadden just to hang on to that ball as the hit was coming from Bromley.
Now Triolo, 12 to shoot, over to the far side. It's Bowen, head up, Needham, late man joining, fires, and Delbianco will absorb that, and there's the quick breakout pass up the floor. They got a man up. They're going to hurry and try to find some numbers, a 4-on-3. Here's Benesh. He's loading up, he's firing, and McLeod sends that one over to Pace. Now Dixon to Ryan Benesh, the veteran, waits for some help to join. Mitch Jones is back onto the turf, as is James Ray. Through the middle, Jones all alone, scores! Mitch Jones opened the scoring in the final.
Now we saw Mitch Jones do this in the semifinal as well, Tino. He fakes like he's going to come set a pick and then just pushes off in a slip to the goal. Benesh ready for the delivery. Jones on the finish. And the Pioneers of Ladner open the scoring in the gold medal game.
And it is a goal for Ladner, currently on the scoreboard, at least by our paperwork. It's backwards, but I'll look to get that rectified here in a moment. For now, it is 1-0 for the Pioneers. As McFadden swims following a face-off win for the Miners. So they look to answer back here on their own. Now Lachlan shopping through the middle. McIntyre's open, but a good stick check from behind, courtesy of Owen Barker, who goes down. Edmonton keeps possession, and Lachlan sends that one into the crest of Delbianco. Here's Henare. Leaves for Jason Jones. He's working on Brett Craig. Over top, Benesh, late man joining, scores! 2 straight for the Ladner Pioneers!
The ageless wonder, Ryan Benny Benesh, 38 years old, one of the best all-time the game has seen. Makes it 2-0 on the sub shot past McLeod, and the Leisure Center is rocking early.
He's had a bit of a quieter tournament to his standards. 9 points coming into this game, but he always shows up at the biggest times, and evidence of it right there. The Pioneers will go right back to work here. Spencer Bromley thought he had the game winner last night just before it got sent to overtime. Dixon, who did have the overtime winner, fires that shot wide as the shot clock goes down under 10 seconds.
Again, it is 2-0 Ladner. Don't let the scoreboard fool you.
There's a shot, and McLeod falls backwards, and that almost goes over the goal line. He just keeps that one from a roll. Now Kim lobs up to Bowen. Triolo on the near side. He'll slow things down. It's going to be a long one here from Ladner. Dean Farrell tucks, shoots, and fought off by Delbianco. His shoulder sends that out of play.
Yeah, his best save of the contest so far off the sharpshooting Dean Farrell, who leads the Miners in scoring.
Pass off the mark, falls in front of the crease, so Delbianco will take it away himself. Lob towards Owen Barker. Glad to see he's back in the lineup after getting shaken up right at the end of the semifinal game against Snake Island yesterday. As Tyler Pace sends to Jones, already with 1 goal in this game. Mitch Jones tiptoeing the crease, one hand on his stick. Back to the perimeter. Benesh tucks under. Back to Jones again. Fake shot, far side. Dixon rounding, shooting, and McLeod fights it off.
That's a good look for Dixon. Better stop for McLeod. New 30 for Ladner.
They're going to try the hidden ball trick. Not going to fool these Edmonton defenders. Banesh has it. Driving. Good stick check, though, by Milne as Mitch Jones gets a rough ride from Brett Craig back to his feet. Ray to the corner. Tyler Pace, under 10 to shoot. Comes over top. Fake the pass, takes the shot, and another save. Dropping to his knees was Cam McLeod.
The Miners defense dropping Ladner forwards like flies.
Now Craig, he's been so dangerous in transition throughout this entire week for the Miners. He'll head off as Needham collects. Late man joining to replace Craig is Dean Farrell. Lachlan looking for a lane. Gives it over to the far side. Bowen winds, fires with a bouncer into the midsection of Del Bianco. And off to the races. Lob feed and a good stick check from behind. Needham might have saved an opportunity. And McLeod will send it back up. Charlie McFadden will slow things down. Brett McIntyre, the first in to collect. He's watched on from the outside. Skip over to Farrell, fake the shot, then he took it following the pump, and a stick save by Del Bianco. McIntyre on the forecheck, lost his stick as Adamson, the big body, heads over the center line, now heads off for a change as Jason Jones all of a sudden had a ton of room to work with. Now he's working with Bromley, a shot and a glove save by McLeod, loose ball collected by Bromley. Mitch Jones directing traffic. Brother Jason in the middle of the floor. Now Bromley dancing, shooting. That one goes off the corner, and it's going to go out of play, ending that possession a little earlier than what they would have liked.
Well, not much between these two teams here in the early going, Tino. I know it's a 2-0 Ladner lead. Shots just 10-8. I think some good chances on both ends of the floor here, and I think we're in for a great gold medal game here tonight.
Here come the Miners. Again, it is 2-0 for the Pioneers. Edmonton looking for their first goal of the championship. Here's McIntyre. Does he have some more magic? He's going to drive, shoot, and he'll step through the crease. Del Bianco was there nonetheless.
McIntyre with 16 goals for Edmonton throughout this week, as the Miners went 5-1-1 through the round robin and semifinal. Ladner 6-1.
And that one blemish coming from this Edmonton team. As we go down under 10 minutes, that'll bring us to our first media timeout of the game. And this one is brought to you by Ocean Brand Seafood. Are you craving the taste of the ocean? Dive into freshness with Ocean Brand Seafood. Sustainably sourced, always delicious. Ocean Brands, your catch of the day, every day.
There we go, got the score fixed now.
There we go.
Get the scratches in here as well as out here for Ladner tonight. Zach Boychuk will be the third goaltender. Dylan Lacroix, Connor Davidson, Keegan Kozak, Mitch Winter, Patrick Szabo, and Mark Yingling. All out for head coach and general manager, Ross Frelick and Chris Hackle, who has really comprised a well-balanced team here in Ladner. Yeah, they got the stars, but some homegrown talent as well, and a real good mix of grinders and big guys and small guys, young guys, old guys. He's really put a fantastic roster together here in Ladner as they go for the three-peat. And you know the Edmonton Miners always come with it as well, as their scratches here tonight. Colin Bergloff, Adam Yo, Rory Sharon, Matt DiGirolamo, and Matty Christensen scratched for Jordan Cornfield, Cami Sedgwick, Jared Toll, and company.
And now he will watch on as his team goes back to work. Triolo muscling his way through, and a great save by Christian Del Bianco.
Just stood tall, kept the shoulders high, didn't give anything for Triolo to see.
A 5.80 goals against average, an .866 save percentage for the one you call the Phenom.
He is, Tino.
He absolutely is. And Tyler Pace gets back to the outside. One-timer attempted by Jones. Wide. Thought he was going to get another look as Bromley spins through to the middle and can't get one on the mark.
Half a second too late.
Now the wholesale change will be facilitated by both teams. Shots 10-9 in favor of the home team in this one as Needham tucks underneath. Forced back to the corner. Now far side feed. Bowen, nice move. Looking back for a target. Finds McIntyre. A low shot. Wide. That's going to go, excuse me, Jake.
That's the look he's looking for right there in primetime real estate. Just pulled the string a little too tight. Missed the goal.
16 goals through this tournament for Brett McIntyre. He has been one of the standout faces for this Edmonton squad. As Benesh to Jones on his wrong side. Back to Benesh. Working with Jason Jones and Mitch Jones in this one. Now Jason has one shot, or tried the shot as the ball fell out. Now Benesh all alone in front, looking 5-0, and McLeod heavy on his stick, drops down to his knees.
I was going to say, Benesh getting that early goal, and sometimes Benny can struggle when he doesn't get off early, but when he does, he can be primed for a big one. At his third or his fourth good look in this first period already.
He's gotten into 5 games coming into this one for Ryan Benesh, the veteran presence, but maybe one of the guys with some fresher legs as he's got some rest, some much needed rest. There's a collision behind the play involving Mike Triolo. He rolls, gets back to his feet, and he'll head off. And those rested legs might play a big factor here, at least in favor of Edmonton. They've only had 2 guys play every game in this tournament, while the Pioneers have had 5. Mitch Jones is one of the guys who's had some rest. He gets pulled down, no call.
That's a penalty.
5 to shoot. Bromley, sharp angle, goes wide. And they'll give possession back to Edmonton here.
Yeah, I know the officials kind of want to let these players solve the game, but you got to call the obvious ones, and that was a major jersey grab there on Jones.
Now Lachlan leaves for McIntyre, right back out there. Needham, far side feed, Bowen, shopping, return now to the near side. Needham looking for a lane. Ladner has a safety man in tight, a heavy screen set. Hard to hear the whistle, but that was interference. A little over aggressive on the pick that time.
Yeah, it's loud in here.
Yeah, hard to hear everything, even up here in the booth. Just an incredible atmosphere, as it has been all week from the Ladner Leisure Center, and we expected nothing less in this championship game. As the pass goes through, Benesh again looking for that spinning shot, as he's been left alone in front of the crease now twice, back-to-back shifts.
One thing that's missing here from the Leisure Center is maybe some Indigenous drum stint. We haven't heard those all week long, and I've missed them.
Just came off a week at the Minto Cup where they were loud and proud in that arena. Environment still loud and proud here as Owen Barker gets a loose ball. Wanted the fast break, but change a little bit slow. Now they still somehow have numbers. Now finally the 4th defender for Edmonton gets onto the floor. James Ray throws down to Hayden Dixon. Back to Ray. Thought about the flip pass. He'll circle now as the ball goes to the near side. Mitch Jones under 10 to shoot. Bromley gets the shovel feed. Takes a high stick. Back to the outside. Need to get a shot here. Pace will. Puts it off the post. Off the back of McLeod, and they score! What a rip from Tyler Pace.
Not much McLeod can do with that rocket. As Tyler Pace loads up the gun, hit the post, and then the ricochet off of McLeod. And the Pioneers extend the lead to 3.
It's the old adage, it's a game of inches, and right there is more evidence of it as McLeod got a piece of it. But it ends up going off of him and just over the goal line. That's a big goal for Tyler Pace, who's up to 29 points coming into this game in the tournament, 7 of those being goals, and he's a guy that this Ladner team has leaned on heavily. Now Bowen with a nice move and a shot, short side, but Del Bianco stays right with it and hangs on to the rebound.
Yeah, Bowen showing off his quicks. Likes to pull the trigger from the outside, but Nice move to get inside there on Delbienko. Couldn't get it past him.
Now Mitch Jones gets a little space, backing away, working with Benesh. Here's the latest goal scorer. Pace to Benesh. A low shot and a low save by McLeod. Now he'll look up for some transition. A couple of bodies mixed up behind the play. It's Benesh and I believe Aaron Duff for the Miners. So they'll get separated. Cooler heads prevail, and they'll head off to their respective benches. McIntyre halfway through the shot clock. Barker watching him. They'll get the switch. Flip pass looking for Triolo, and Barker's slow to get up now.
He had him. It's hard to overshoot Triolo on the pass, but it was just too high.
Now Triolo and Ryan Keith go helmet to helmet for a moment in front of the benches. Keith back onto the floor. Triolo back onto the bench as Bromley again working with Jones. Now Dixon to Ray. Looking for a target in the middle of the floor. He's going to take a rising subber. That one's off the mark. Loose ball falls right to McFadden, and he's got a lane to the net on a breakaway. McFadden robbed by Delbienko.
That's a bad change there from James Ray. He's just got to put his head down and go play defense. And that allowed McFadden a free lane to the goal.
Still awaiting the first goal of the game here for the Miners, who find themselves in a 3-goal hole here. It's Jason Jones. Over to Ryan Keith. Ray stayed out for another offensive shift here. His pace feeds him now for to shoot. He will, and that goes off the shoulder, glove side of Cam McLeod.
Numbers.
Brett McIntyre, delayed call, now coming up. McIntyre gets a toe drag, gets a shot off, and Delbienko gets a shoulder on it, and we'll now see our first power play of the game, and it will go to the Miners.
I think it's a too-many-men call coming here to Ladner as one first-team All-Star in Brett Craig going up against another first-team All-Star in Delbienko. And it was the goaltender that won that battle, but here comes the Miners power play and a chance to get on the board here late in this first period.
And this power play has been good for them throughout the tournament. Look for McIntyre and Dean Farrell to be two of their trigger men here. As Bowen also on the far side. McIntyre's going to shoot. It was a sidearm rip looking top right, and Delbienko just got enough of it. Fresh 30 for the Miners, a one-timer, and a great save by Delbienko once again.
He just makes you have to hit your shot literally perfect for it to get by him.
And it's a scary sight for an opposing team when Delbienko is dialed, and early he looks like he is. His pace, looks for a backhanded shot and scores! Oh my goodness, Tyler Pace loaded up.
Clip it for T-Pace. Over the shoulder and a beauty.
Just let this one speak for itself. Somehow kept his hands on it, threw a perfectly placed backhand to the far side.
That was where he was aiming too, Tina. Don't kid yourself. Sometimes when you throw one over the shoulder, you're just hoping to hit the goal. T-Pace was looking far side top corner, and he smoked it.
Gets his 9th goal of the tournament. And again, speaking of age-old adages of your best players show up in the best times, or the biggest times rather. And so far, the big guns for the Pioneers have come to play. Bowen shoots, and another save by Delbienko. Loose ball falls right to Jacob Doucette.
Yeah, let's not get that lost in the shuffle, Tino. That was a shorty from Pace as well.
Now up to 2 in this game. Shots dead even at 15 aside. But it's the Pioneers who have found the back of the net in this championship matchup. 30 seconds away from returning to 5-on-5 action. 5 seconds remain in the shot clock. James Ray pressured from distance, one-hand lob into the corner, and the penalty killers will head back. Ryan Benesh currently mixing it up with Jason Williamson.
Not much there.
Now Bowen. He'll slow things down. Got to be careful of shot selection here with Jason Jones waiting to rejoin the fray. McIntyre holding. He'll skip one down to the corner. Rich Lachlan will return to 5-on-5. Jones right into the defensive set. Shot clock about to expire. Not sure the Miners were fully aware of it.
That's a penalty. That is a penalty on Dean Farrell. And a bad one at that. All he had to do was put the ball down. But frustrated that they didn't generate a shot. Rolls that thing to the corner. And the official, Fisher, right on it. And after killing one off, getting a shorthanded goal, now with $1:10 left in the period, Ladner gets their first man advantage and a chance to add to this lead and go to the locker room with all sorts of confidence and momentum.
And made mention earlier of Edmonton and how good their power play has been throughout the week. I was actually saying before the game, I've kind of been waiting for the Pioneers power play to heat up, just looking back to that round robin matchup against Snake Island where there were so many penalties. And I mean, Ladner could have ran away with that game had their power play capitalized. Now Pace with the feed across to Benesh on the one-timer, and McLeod gets across.
Well, this should set Ladner up for a final possession here, depending on how quickly the Miners want to shoot, but I don't think they do when they're shorthanded here, and they'll try and work as much off as this 30 as they can.
Now Marcus Needham, 10 to shoot, now under 30 to play. Bowen, far side, watched on by Carey. Corbett's there as well for some help. Lobbed one into the corner.
Lots of time here. 20, no reason to panic or hurry. No need to pull the goaltender here. You're up 4-0. You got a man advantage. Set play should be on here for the man advantage from Mike Mallory and company.
James Ray, the late man to join. 10 seconds to go as he looks back at the clock. Now they'll start their motion. Pace over top. Near side, Benesh behind the net. They try the dunk. They had it there, but unable to catch the feed behind the net was Mitch Jones. And the Pioneers, with an unbelievable start in this game, on the hunt for their third straight President's Cup, will head towards the intermission on top 4-0. We are going to step aside. A 10-minute break. And we're going to come right back at you with second period action. You're watching the 2024 President's Cup Final live on BC Sports TV.
Can't wait to see what happens next week. Okay, bring the intensity. Let's raise the level even more next week. All right?
PCL on 3! 1, 2, 3, PCL!
Good job, guys.
The Good Stick Company is here to manufacture and produce lacrosse sticks locally here in the Czech Republic. Our mission is to make lacrosse more accessible so more kids can have access to affordable, high-quality equipment so more people can play this game and we can share this sport around the world. Our philosophy on pricing is quite simple. By removing all these different logistics and these middlemen in the manufacturing process of lacrosse sticks, we can pass those savings on to you. We can make these quality lacrosse sticks affordable for more people.
Know your limits. CoolBet helps you control your gaming experience. Stay cool. Bet responsibly.
We've had great fans. It's been really motivating for our guys. We want to put on a good product on the floor for the fans that are going to come here and spend their hard-earned money.
And as Martel slips it 5-hole. And his ball again down the middle. How did he hang on to that? Scores! Keegan Ball!
It's what they did in that room that turned the season around. I don't think we make that run without the support of the fans.
Here's Sean Beatties! And he scores!
I can't wait to see what happens next week. Okay, bring the intensity. Let's raise the level even more next week. All right?
PCL on 3! 1, 2, 3, PCL!
Good job, guys.
The Good Stick Company is here to manufacture and produce lacrosse sticks locally here in the Czech Republic. Our mission is to make lacrosse more accessible so more kids can have access to affordable, high-quality equipment so more people can play this game and we can share this sport around the world. Our philosophy on pricing is quite simple. By removing all these different logistics and these middlemen in the manufacturing process of lacrosse sticks, we can pass those savings on to you. We can make these quality lacrosse sticks affordable for more people.
Know your limits. CoolBet helps you control your gaming experience. Stay cool. Bet responsibly.
We've had great fans. It's been really motivating for our guys. We want to put on a good product on the floor for the fans that are going to come here and spend their hard-earned money.
And as Martel slips it 5-hole. And his ball again down the middle. How did he hang on to that? Scores! Keegan Ball!
It's what they did in that room that turned the season around. I don't think we make that run without the support of the fans.
Here's Sean Beatties! And he scores!
Welcome back inside the Ladner Leisure Center. Welcome back to BC Sports TV. Welcome back to the championship game. It is the Ladner Pioneers, the hosts of the 2024 President's Cup, with a 4-0 lead through 20 minutes of action over the Edmonton Miners. And they can certainly thank that man right there, Christian Del Bianco, stopping all 15 of the shots that he faced. And Jake, I mean,
that's literally the difference in that opening period, Tino, is Del Bianco just a little bit better than McLeod.
And no real surprise there. Like you said, I mean, you call him the Phenom for a reason. And he looks dialed in this game, to say the least. Mitch Jones, Ryan Benesh, and Tyler Pace, your goal scorers for the Pioneers in that period. Pace with 2 of them, and that last short-handed goal, the prettiest of the bunch.
I don't know if Georgie, blow the whistle, let's play some lacrosse. I don't know if we can get a shot of the guy up in the corner wearing the chef's hat over there. I don't know what's up with that. He's got the air horn going, whipping this crowd up into a frenzy. I know John Burr was just up here. Capacity, Tino, what, 15, 1,200, something like that?
Thereabouts, and I'd be willing to bet, we may be a little over that with how many people are in this building.
Let's hope the fire marshal does not show up today.
There's a shot from distance. Mike Triolo with that one on target, and Del Bianco handles that one with ease. Here comes James Ray. Over to Jones. Near side, Tyler Pace. Return feed to Jones. Has a lane and puts that one off the bar, as there was some power play time carrying over into this second period, but we are 5 seconds away from Dean Farrell stepping out of the sin bin. Pace to Ray. Farrell out of the box. Benesh from the corner. Set play, and Dixon just could not quite pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Pace still has it. Benesh loading, low shot. Almost goes through McLeod, but stopping that one from danger was Tyler Burton.
Yeah, that was the same play they ran for Dixon, who got the overtime winner last night. That time, McLeod was able to stop it.
Now Sonichin. The Miners will slow things down, still on the hunt for their first goal of the finals. Bowen looking for Triolo, finds him, watched on by Doucette. Triolo muscling his way, kept to the outside. Now he'll work through the middle. Farrell with room, shooting high into the shoulder of Del Bianco, who handles that one again well and sends Cody Adamson.
Now, there was no real threat of that ball going in. Like, he just had it the entire way.
Was not joking when I said Del Bianco looks dialed here. And now Dixon on the hunt, fought off by the shoulder by Cam McLeod this time, as he's settled in nicely here to start off the second period. Jones over to Bromley, tucks underneath, back to the outside. Jones, fake shot, near side to Dixon, shot and a save by McLeod. He'll drop down to his knees
Yeah, Dixon's getting a penalty here.
Yeah, just gave an extra shot there to Jason Williamson, who was already rolling, and Dixon gave him an extra shove. So McLeod to the bench.
And you kind of feel like, Tino, that's the one area, like, Ladner just needs to stay out of the penalty box here, and they're going to be fine.
Here's Dean Farrell. So the extra attacker. Pass was off the mark. He lobs one back to Needham. 5 to shoot. Fake shot, wanted the one-timer from Kinnear. Del Bianco will collect, and his Pioneers will go down a man here. And this power play is brought to you by Ocean Brand Seafood. Are you craving the taste of the ocean? Dive into freshness with Ocean Brand Seafood. Sustainably sourced, always delicious. Ocean Brands, your catch of the day, every day. So Hayden Dixon into the box. Brett McIntyre will run quarterback here.
What kind of seafood goes well with champagne, Tino?
I'm never going to say no to smoked salmon. It's my opinion. It's McIntyre to Bowen. Shot bounced a little earlier than what I think he wanted, but still goes off the stick, and Del Bianco went out of play. Bowen wants it back to the middle. He gets it, and a great save by Del Bianco. Here's Triolo off the reset. McIntyre started to go to the bench. Now he'll come back. He and Mike Triolo will switch positions. Now Bowen from distance. He and Triolo play pass. Now Farrell with a shot. Del Bianco has it underneath of him. Got stuck in his leg pad and another save.
I watched Christian play a lot of lacrosse games, Tino, and it's looking like one of those nights where you're going to have to do something real special to get one past number 0 tonight.
And here is Tyler Pace, who had a shorty in the first period and the last goal for these Pioneers. So the shot clock winds down to about 3 seconds. So he takes some pressure and leaves one in the corner. Now another opportunity on the power play here for the Miners, who still have 50 seconds remaining until Hayden Dixon will step back out.
Yeah, they're taking their time with this. They gotta start snapping this ball around and moving their feet.
Yeah, the pace has been set by the Pioneers. Now it's time for Edmonton to dictate some themselves. So that pass through the middle, deflected, but they do keep 10 to shoot. Farrell to Bowen. Triolo, return feed to Bowen. Backhand through the middle. McIntyre lost the handle, goes to the corner. Does he want the dunk? He does, and went back the other way. Del Bianco was already there, but he lost it either way. And the Pioneers can successfully kill the rest of this penalty if they so choose. 13 seconds remaining in the minor to Hayden Dixon.
That's a good, successful kill.
Pace wanted the feed. Ball was sent towards him from Jones, but here comes Tyler Burton. Burton over to Marcus Needham.
Look out from behind.
In came Carey. Needham lost it. Gets it back from the sideboards. We've returned to 5-on-5 action as Sonachin tucks underneath of Adamson and just puts it off the mark. There was room in the top corner, but could not dial it in. Now Needham gets a heavy ride into the boards. There were 2 Pioneers there, but Patrick Corbett got a huge piece of him. And that one hurts a little bit extra in the finals towards the tail end of a long week at the President's Cup when you're trailing by 4.
8 games in 7 days here at the President's Cup.
Unbelievable for these absolute warriors as Bromley sent it back to Ray on his wrong side. Faked, finds his way behind the net. He'll turn back, wants the wraparound, one hand, and McLeod not going to let something like that through. It's Milne, leaves for Bowen. Waiting for the rest of the change, man through the middle, and a great save by Del Bianco again. He got the elbow up.
He's seeing it well, no question about it.
Now up to 21 shots for Edmonton in this game. Triolo with a shot and another save, the opposite side this time for Del Bianco. That was a rising one from the big man. Here's Dean Farrell working 2-man with Bowen as Lachlan had the ball sent towards him. And Claire will shovel it up to Jensen.
It's a nice job from Claire.
Now Nick Jensen will leave for Pace. First man to collect. McFadden swings his stick at Tyler Pace, who gets the return feed now from Dixon. Far side feed. Jones works his way to the corner. Ray through the middle and a save by McLeod. He'll hang on to the rebound.
That's the best look that Ladner's had this period.
Yeah, another set play. Now numbers here. McFadden on a 2-on-1. Scores! The Miners have found their way onto the scoreboard.
And it comes in transition from an unlikely source in Charlie McFadden, who had a partial 2-on-1 and goes low under the glove of Del Bianco to get the Miners on the board. They're down 3 now with just about 7 minutes gone. In this second period, it's game on from the Leisure Center.
And that was a 2-on-1 with his captain, Mike Triolo. And McFadden decided to hang on to it. And what a time to get your first goal of the President's Cup. Now another chance on the horizon as they win a face-off. Tyler Burton gets the loose ball. And now the offense of the Miners has some life. Needham to Triolo. Pass was intended to find Dean Farrell. Deflects high off of his stick, and Bowen grabs the loose ball. Gets a high stick, has some room. He'll step into a bouncer, and another save by Del Bianco. And look out. Nathan Henare is going to chase it down. Can't get a handle. And the roof of this place would have blown off as you could feel the anticipation with him going in all alone.
Yeah, you know Henare wanted that one. It was a tough ball to handle, and he just couldn't quite catch up.
A chance for 2 straight here for Edmonton. Triolo working on Barker. Needham was available. Pass was not a good one, and here come the Pioneers the other way now. Cody Adamson. First man is James Ray. Last man is Jason Jones. Brother Mitch Jones from distance. Near side feed to Ray, working with Ryan Keith. Mitch Jones with a shot, a sidearm bouncer goes into the crest of Cam McLeod.
Solid stop. Jones still looking to find the mark.
McFadden to Dean Farrell. What sort of tricks does he have in his sleeve? As he takes a slash. Triolo on his wrong side. 2 defenders all over him. Lost it now. It's at some feet. In comes a third defender. And Jensen, with one hand on his stick, just pushing Triolo away, will eventually grab the loose ball.
Took 3 Pioneers to strip that ball out of Triolo's stick.
There is not a lot of room on this floor, and Mike Triolo got the worst of that one. Now Dixon goes airborne, and a shoulder stop from McLeod.
Oh man, he kind of had his mind made up what he wanted to do before he got to the area, and I think if he reevaluated, he had all sorts on the far side.
Burton was denied leaping through the air. Loose ball being dug for by Dan McDermott. He goes down, still looking for it. Loose ball available in the corner, and Henare will grab it and go off to the races.
Good battle for a loose ball there. Those ones win you games.
It's those extra efforts that will find themselves on the side of the team lifting a trophy by the end of this one. Is Banesh on the hunt for his second shot, fought off by Cam McLeod. A great loose ball by McFadden as he's trying to pull his team back into the fight here.
He's having a good game.
Just his second point of the President's Cup on his first goal a few minutes ago. Now Bowen to McIntyre, scores!
Bouncer, 5-hole, McIntyre with his 17th of the tournament. And the Miners with 2 straight, now within 2 as we hit the halfway mark of this championship game.
That little pump fake was the difference maker. And the release fooled Del Bianco as it ends up going short side. And now the shots favor the Miners by 1, 26-25, but they still trail by 2. And we are 1 whistle away from immediate timeout and a brief break for these 2 teams.
Yeah, the Miners are not going to go away in this game. They are littered with championship players who know how to get it done in the big game, and they'll keep chipping away.
There's Banesh blown up as he shot, back to his feet and looking to receive that one through the middle. His Pioneers keep possession. Under 10 to shoot. Jones to Dixon. Shot saved by McLeod. Loose ball through the middle. Bromley looking for it. He got dumped and McLeod has seen enough. He'll show off his hands with a backhand feed in transition. John Lintz will clear the center line. Does he want to stay for a shift? He'll dish and now head off for a change. Replaced by Mike Triolo. Here's Triolo. Under 10 to shoot. Lachlan back to the far side. McIntyre with a shot. And as that one goes out of play, McIntyre's trying to say that deflected off of a Ladner stick. I don't believe it did. I think just it was stick on stick and the ball sailed out of play.
Yeah, this will be Ladner ball, but look at this here, Tino. 26 apiece in the shot totals. 4-2 score line here. Middle of the game. Everything you could ask for in a packed house with a President's Cup on the line.
And just look at this environment as cameraman extraordinaire George Parra pans across the Leisure Center. And that's just one side of it, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you, we are high above the fans on the near side, which you won't really be able to see here on the camera. But they are packed in behind the nets, in the end zones, above the net that Christian Del Bianco is currently making his way back towards. And I was told in the intermission that they have a TV in the beer garden outside as well that's had the broadcast on all week long.
There you go.
And it is packed out there as well.
Why wouldn't it be?
The President's Cup means the world to the city of Ladner, and these Pioneers are on the hunt for their third straight. And also looking for their fifth goal of the game and trying to end a little run of the Miners with the last two straight goals.
Set play on here out of the timeout.
Pace cleared, shot goes wide. Loose ball falls to Mitch Jones. Return to Pace, skip feed. Jason Jones muscles his way through. Back to brother Mitch, he shoots! And did that catch a piece of the post?
Reset the 30.
They will keep possession. Benesh takes that off his midsection. Some tired defenders on. Jason Jones back to Pace. Working with James Ray. Benesh wants the pass, not going to get it. He's alone in front.
Man.
If they could hit him. Back to Ray, a backhand shot wide. Now falls to Benesh around the perimeter. Pace, under 10 to shoot. He'll drive, take the shot, and just misses far side. And man, oh man, Ryan Benesh was wide open if they could hit him and just did not see him in time.
You don't get many opportunities like that on top of the crease, and you got to find them when it's available.
Will that be a difference maker? Here comes Jake Bowen. To Brett McIntyre looking for his second straight shot sent wide, but he gets his own rebound. Still with a little under 10 remaining to shoot. On his wrong side, he'll lob it towards the corners. Didn't like what he saw in front of him, and he'll head off.
You're not scoring from Del Bianco on the wrong side of the floor from 40 feet out. Get a change, get the D out.
Now there's a fallen defender for the Miners. Back out, and a good stick by Jason Williamson. As Dixon lost the handle, ending a Pioneers possession a little early.
That's the second or third kind of unforced turnover here in Ladner in the second period.
Now Darren Kinnear to Triolo. Shot and a save by Del Bianco. An aggressive one at that as he stepped way out towards the perimeter of his crease. And a quick up to Carey. Jake Carey. He's been an animal in transition for these Pioneers. James Ray, 15 to shoot. Mitch Jones working with Benesh. Ryan Keith clearing some space through the middle. Far side shot from Benesh goes wide, and a heavy screen set by Ryan Keith on John Lintz. It's a little shaken up. He's back to his feet, and he wants a call. The official disagrees.
Well, it's the opinion that matters in that situation.
Dean Farrell will send a bouncer over to the far side. Marcus Needham gets a switch from the Pioneers defenders. Farrell back to the far side. McIntyre spins low, wants a shovel feed, takes the shot instead, and that'll go into the stick of Del Bianco. And some rough stuff here, and a turnover as Dean Farrell takes it right back, and a great save by Del Bianco, and he is not pleased with the official.
Well, there was never clear possession there, Tino, and the whistle never should have went.
Now Dixon. He had the turnover on the last Ladner possession. Can he make it up for it here? Bromley over to Pace on the hunt for three. Return feed to Pace, far side Jones, sidearm shot. Deflected into the corner. Now Bromley gets a whack looking for the loose ball.
Now Ladner have been a little bit guilty in this second period, Tino, of settling for perimeter shots here. They got to find a way to penetrate this Miners defense. Get some cutters through. There's a giveaway from Matty Kim in Edmonton here. Cut the middle, go to the dirty areas, and pay the price if you want to win a gold medal.
There was such good pace to the first period from the Pioneers, and they just have not been able to find it in the second period. Still leading by 2. Shot into the midsection of McLeod, who has looked steady in this second period, more of what we're used to from the Edmonton goaltender.
5 to go.
Here comes Kinnear. Far side, Needham to Lachlan. Righty strong on this set for the Miners. Farrell has some room. Driving on Adamson, goes underneath, and he had room far side, but tried to go 5-hole on Del Bianco.
Yeah, from what I've seen, when Ladner breaks down defensively, it's usually getting beat underneath on the weak side, and they have to be aware of that. Other teams are clearly aware of it, and you got to be ready to help. First off, don't get beat underneath.
And Jason Jones gets his team onto the scoreboard for the first time in this period.
That's a big goal for Jason Jones. And the Ladner Pioneers to restore their 3-goal lead. Just a quick take as Craig was late to close out. And a bouncer will go. It's 5-2 Pioneers.
Another little subtle pump fake there from Jason Jones, who joins his brother Mitch with a goal in this game. But it wasn't so much the pump that sold McLeod, it more so sold Brett McIntyre. And then he changed his shot lane, or his shot angle, I should say, and gets that lead back up to 3. It's McFadden opened the scoring in this period for the Edmonton Miners. Sonichin working with Bowen. Shoots around a screen, back into the stick of Del Bianco, and look out. Henare on the run, on his wrong side. So he'll slow up as Milne came in to close the gap.
Crowd back into it now.
Now 72, James Ray takes a shot, scores! 2 straight for the Pioneers!
Just took a little something off that one, Tino, and picked his spot clean. And when James Ray wants to find a corner, he usually does. And he loves the top right.
Just no defender near him. And that'll certainly be a discussion in the intermission for the Miners.
Lintz and Ray going at it prior to the face-up.
Ray will head off, as will Lintz, with Edmonton winning another draw and getting back into the offensive zone. No Patrick Zabo in this one for the Pioneers, who's been their face-off specialist. Owen Barker can take some draws for them as well, as McIntyre robbed by Del Bianco.
Routine stop for the Phenom.
Over center just in time with a second to spare. Doucette finds a target.
Next goal is a big one.
3 minutes to play here in the second. Mitch Jones drives, tried to flip to Benesh, deflected. Jason Jones battling for it. Mitch comes in to help as well, but the Miners will clear. Brett Craig leaves for Bowen. Craig trying to clear some space as Bowen sidesteps his way, now comes over top. Craig sets a screen, fallen defender through the middle. Sonichin robbed by Del Bianco!
Calm, cool, collected, shoulder stop.
As per usual, just another day at the office for Del Bianco. James Ray looks for another. Skip feed to Mitch Jones. Tried another shovel to Bromley, didn't get it, still has possession. Thought about it again, twister pass to Ray, who had a man draped all over him. As he shares some words with Duff, but McFadden into the offensive zone the other way. Room cleared. Had a lane, he'll backpedal away as Tyler Pace is stuck for a defensive shift.
He'll be fine back there.
Lachlan has space cleared. No interference call. McIntyre put it off the post. It went off the shoulder of Del Bianco and then off the crossbar on the jump fake.
Important minute and a half right here.
This game feels like it has absolutely flown by. All of a sudden,
just like this week, Tino, right?
Mitch Jones
There
gets
you go.
the pick and roll. Benesh robbed by McLeod. And Benesh has just looked like a different player in this game compared to how he's looked throughout this tournament. Like you mentioned, that early goal in this has proven to be the difference maker for him. The feeling out process certainly did not take long for number 17. Hanare with under a minute to play here. Does Ladner want an early shot? Yes, they do. It goes wide, courtesy of Benesh. It'll go back over center. But depending on how this one is played, the Pioneers might be able to lock in last possession.
Yeah, we'll see if they want to shoot right away. And even if they do, I'm not sure Ladner is going to go 6-on-5 or not.
Pass to the middle. Triolo denied by Del Bianco. Loose ball picked up with about 37 seconds remaining. Do they again want an early shot? They got a man up. The feed is through, and Jones couldn't get a handle. I believe Lintz might have deflected it just enough to change the trajectory. Dixon had it. Burton takes it away, and now the Miners are going to call timeout for last possession.
Yeah, it's just a poor decision from Corbett to try and force that ball to the crease. And it results in a turnover, and this could be big here for the Miners if they can get one going to the break.
There is a huge difference, although just one goal, between going to the final period down by 4 and being down by 3, as you're getting a great look at the Miners bench right now, huddled around their offense. McLeod will start on the bench, and they will go 6-on-5. Triolo is going back into the defensive zone to start off possession. Joining him on the offense will be Kinnear, McIntyre, Lachlan, Bowen, and Farrell. Del Bianco marching his way back towards his net. And the defenders for the Pioneers will be Barker, Hanare, McDermott, Carey, and down on the far side is Travis Irving. 20 seconds to go. Triolo over the center line. He takes a quick peek back at the clock. One more. One more for good measure, and now they'll start their motion. Bowen, 5 seconds. Over to the far side. McIntyre has room, shoots a bouncer into the chest. Lachlan gets the loose ball, and he sent it on target as he stepped through the crease. But two defenders came in Irving and Barker, who is shaken up. Back to his feet now.
He might be done, Tino. He's dangling his arm here, and I'm not sure he's going to take another shift in this game.
We will see as the third period is on the horizon. The President's Cup is on the line, and the Pioneers hold a 4-goal lead with 20 more minutes remaining. We're going to step aside for Jake Elliott and cameraman extraordinaire George Parra. I've been Tino Farah, and we'll be back for the third period after this.
can't wait to see what happens next week. Okay, bring the intensity. Let's raise the level even more next week. All right?
PCL on 3! 1, 2, 3, PCL!
Good job, guys.
The Good Stick Company is here to manufacture and produce lacrosse sticks locally here in the Czech Republic. Our mission is to make lacrosse more accessible so more kids can have access to affordable, high-quality equipment so more people can play this game and we can share this sport around the world. Our philosophy on pricing is quite simple. By removing all these different logistics and these middlemen in the manufacturing process of lacrosse sticks, we can pass those savings on to you. We can make these quality lacrosse sticks affordable for more people.
Know your limits. CoolBet helps you control your gaming experience. Stay cool. Bet responsibly.
We've had great fans. It's been really motivating for our guys. We want to put on a good product on the floor for the fans that are going to come here and spend their hard-earned money.
And as Martel slips it 5-hole. And his ball again down the middle. How did he hang on to that? Scores! Keegan Ball!
It's what they did in that room that turned the season around. I don't think we make that run with all the support of the fans.
Here's Sean Beatties! And he scores!
Can't wait to see what happens next week. Okay, bring the intensity. Let's raise the level even more next week. All right?
PCL on 3! 1, 2, 3, PCL!
Good job, guys.
The Good Stick Company is here to manufacture and produce lacrosse sticks locally here in the Czech Republic. Our mission is to make lacrosse more accessible so more kids can have access to affordable, high-quality equipment so more people can play this game and we can share this sport around the world. Our philosophy on pricing is quite simple. By removing all these different logistics and these middlemen in the manufacturing process of lacrosse sticks, we can pass those savings on to you. We can make these quality lacrosse sticks affordable for more people.
Know your limits. CoolBet helps you control your gaming experience. Stay cool. Bet responsibly.
We've had great fans. It's been really motivating for our guys. We want to put on a good product on the floor for the fans that are going to come here and spend their hard-earned money.
And as Martel slips it 5-hole. And His ball again down the middle. How did he hang on to that? Scores! Keegan Ball!
It's what they did in that room that turned the season around. I don't think we make that run with all the support of the fans.
Here's Sean Beatties, and he scores!
Well, welcome back to the Leisure Center here, ladies and gentlemen. Tino Farah, Jake Elliott, and cameraman extraordinaire George Para, just moments away from face-off to start off the third and final frame of the championship game in the President's Cup final. It is the Ladner Pioneers who lead this one 6-2 through 40 minutes of action. And the Miners need some magic here as they found their scoring touch a little bit through the second period.
There's the chef right there, Tino. Who is this guy?
Me and George saw him walk in, as well as, George pointed over to our right. You know, we're in the booth up here. There's a great look at the pyramid of beers. But yeah, there are some signs here in the building like crazy, and there is a chef.
Well, the whistle. Let's play some third period President's Cup gold medal game lacrosse.
Here is McFadden, who got the scoring underway for the Miners back in that second period. He'll head off as Needham dishes to the man who replaced him. And Jake Bowen has room. Nice move, darting back, gets a slash, gets a shot off, and it's sent just wide past a kicking Christian Del Bianco.
Yeah, Bowen has not scored, but he has looked dangerous all game. His shot is just a little bit off, but if he continues to get looks like that, he's going to bury one sooner or later.
You can feel it building, just like the anticipation in this building. As Dixon to Jones, back to Dixon, whoa, a low one-timer, and that goes into the stick of McLeod.
And I don't know what the winning number is here, Tino. I think 7-8 gets it done, which means the Miners are going to have a big period of lacrosse here to get it done. I think if they are going to win, we're probably looking at overtime to get it.
They've had some comebacks. McIntyre has been part of them as that shot beats the goaltender, but not the post.
Wow.
That close.
Del Bianco turns around and thanks his crossbar.
As more and more people roll back into the building from the intermission.
Good luck trying to get a beer in the beer garden in that 10 minutes.
No kidding. Needham. As Barker back out onto the floor, he was shaken up right at the end of the period, and Del Bianco reaching back out of the air sweeps that one away from danger.
Looking like an old Jack Cask right there.
The leader of the Jack Cask fan club at the end of the Minto.
Indeed.
Here's Jones. Leaves for brother Mitch Jones. Return to Jason. Both the Jones brothers have goals here in this game. Pace has 2 of his own. On the hunt for the third. Fake shot. Back to Jason. His shot sent wide. Shot clock winding down. Jones lost it as he got the ricochet. And Edmonton can escape this possession. Now Mike Triolo still looking to find his scoring touch. Gets a screen, comes over top of Adamson, thought about the backhand pass, takes a shot instead, and that goes into the crest of Del Bianco. Numbers now for the Pioneers as Henare gets a fast break shot and a big save. Rebound, Dixon scores! A huge one for the Pioneers, and Hayden Dixon gets another.
Hayden Dixon is 12th of the Prezi. As Henare busted loose on the breakaway, didn't get a great shot off, but McLeod unable to control the rebound, and quick hands from the Roughneck. 7-2 Pioneers.
It's just like you said earlier in this game, those extra efforts, those extra loose balls will be the difference maker, and Hayden Dixon going into those dirty areas that you also mentioned to grab a rebound right in front of the net, and he gets rewarded.
Big moments here now, Tino. The next 5 minutes of this game, the Miners better make a push.
Now Sonichin spins back. McIntyre hit the post a few moments ago. To the outside, Bowen, a bouncer that bounces early and out of play. I just got the notification on my watch that the environment in here is a little loud, Jake.
Oh, I thought it was maybe time for your Italian lesson.
Well, I already did that this morning. Thank you very much.
All right. Grazie.
Banesh through the middle. Mitch Jones couldn't find it. James Ray will. 10 to shoot. Return to Mitch. Skip feed. Ryan Keats spins underneath, but a great defensive play by Williamson, who pulled down the Ladner captain.
Every time you see a guy fall, there's a back over saved by Hawkins. Just takes a little bit longer to get back to your feet after 8 games in 7 days.
This tournament is a grind, and that is an understatement. Lachlan watched on by Barker, running out of time, passed through looking for McIntyre, couldn't find him. And another possession gone by the wayside here for Edmonton.
Yeah, just not a lot of answers against this Pioneer defense. And then when they do break them down, they got to figure out how to get it past Del Bianco.
Jason Jones looked for the flip pass over to Bromley. Jones caught the ball off the deflection. Now Ray had a goal back in the second period. Can he find another? He'll send it to Bromley. Still looking for his first of the finals. Leaves for Jason Jones. A sidearm bouncer sent wide. Rebound grabbed by Dixon, and he'll just dump it into the corner.
Smart play. Don't force it.
Don't want to send the opposing team the other way quickly in transition. Instead, just a dump and change of sorts as Farrell, joined by Triolo, forcing his way through. Shot off. Needham gets the rebound. Bowen has it once again. Farrell shopping for a target. Under 10 to shoot. Down low. Kinnear. Pass back for Farrell, who couldn't get a handle. And that'll go through the middle, collected by Patrick Corbett. Just a little off here for the Miners early, who have to dial it in here as they're getting closer and closer to desperation time, trailing by 5. Mitch Jones, a twister to Ray. 13 to shoot. Banesh. Back to Pace, looking for his hat-trick goal, and McLeod makes the save, but a big rebound falls back to Ray. Casually waiting for this one before he picks it up. Now he will.
Reset the 30.
Now Mitch Jones from the corner. Help from Banesh as the ball goes to the righties. Keith clearing space for Pace, gets the pass through, or at least was there, but a good stick by Burton. Jones digging for it, gets a slash off, can't get possession, and here comes Cody Hawkins. Leaving for Brett McIntyre. Looks back at the bench. Kinnear was there, so he'll send the ball to the lefties. Sonichin will return it to McIntyre. Barker watches him. McIntyre gets underneath. Slide came over, and a good one at that to take the ball away from Brett McIntyre.
It's excellent rotation from Doucette, but now a push on the back here. A little bit of rough stuff. Keep your composure, boys. Edmonton ball.
It was Sonichin and I believe Travis Irving for the Pioneers. Sonichin is going to go back to the bench for some repairs.
Really what it's going to come down here, Tino, is just controlling your emotions.
Pass through. Lachlan, backhanded shot, and another great save by Del Bianco. He looks up, thought about it, but sends it to Cody Adamson instead.
Have not seen Ryan Benesh take the floor in quite some time. He's still on the bench, and it looks like he'll take a shift now.
So he waits for Barker to get on. Jason Jones.
Yeah, we wondered whether Barker would return, and I think we have our answer.
As Bromley gets a whack, lost possession. McFadden finds it, and now he'll get the rest of the offense on. Slowing things down. Running out of time to slow things down, though. 13-15 to play.
Edmonton out shooting Ladner here by 3, but down 5.
Here comes the captain. Pass through, Needham. Lost the handle.
Now you can see Triolo frustrated with that.
There's a shot from a sharp angle, a bouncer, and Del Bianco dropping to a knee handles that well.
He is in the zone, Tino.
Here is Mitch Jones, watched on by Tyler Burton. Jones, content with slowing things down. Hayden Dixon gets the feed over to the far side, muscles one through.
That was close.
And that one had some muscle behind it. As Benesh, does he have another? He'll fake the shot, backhand feed over to Mitch Jones, who had his stick ripped out of his hands. James Ray gets the Lucy. Now Jones gets his stick back and gets the feed over to Ryan Benesh. He'll step into a sidearm shot, ricochets over to the far side. Some healthy whacks going back and forth here.
Benesh has been taking a beating from Seidel and decided to give one back, but the officials are going to put the whistles in the pocket here and let the boys settle it in this next 12 minutes.
And John Lintz gets back onto the bench now, has again switched jerseys, went from 6 to 28. He's done that a couple times in this tournament. Bowen looking for a lane, gets through on his wrong side, shot and a save by Del Bianco. Looked like he lost it for a moment, then got the handle just as quickly and a quick up to Doucette. Doucette fakes the pass, now finds Keith, who sends it over to Jason Jones. Bromley, the other lefty on this set, as Ladner will go righty strong. Bromley back over to Pace, who started his motion, had to reach back, gets it near the center line. Shot, and a smart one by Jason Jones goes off the foot of Milne and out of play.
That's a tough one there for Milne.
Now a fresh 30 for Ladner. Feels weird to say fresh legs, considering everybody here has battled, but some fresher legs for Ladner as the pass was a backhand variety from Pace, and Edmonton will take it away. Now McFadden waits for help. Mike Triolo will take it from him. As we approach the midway mark of this final frame, Sonichin lost it as he started his spin back through the middle. Gets a check from behind, started to stumble, kept his handle, got a shot off and gets a punch on Hayden Dixon, and he's going to go to the penalty box here.
That's just frustration. Like I said, Tino, controlling your emotions, and Sonichin, frustration boiled over, threw a punch, and he's going to the box.
And starting to get into the territory here where,
Ladner gets the next one, Tino. You put the bubbly on ice.
Yeah, Captain Obvious here would be to say that the Miners need a kill, but also they got to start to look for a short-handed tally here as well. The power play for the Pioneers, back out onto the floor. It'll be Pace, it'll be Dixon, it'll be Ray for your righties. And the lefties will be Mitch Jones and Ryan Benesh. Pace at the point to Jones. Always a threat to shoot no matter where he is on the floor, and he's now off ball in the middle. There's some space cleared, and Dixon fired it wide.
Half a period to go.
Dixon back to his feet, 5 to shoot. Jones trying to lull some defenders to sleep. That one might have caught a piece of the far side post.
Now you got the man advantage here, so no real reason to just let time run down. I know you're up 5. Take what's given to you here and make them pay on the power play.
Pioneers on the reset. Ray back out onto the turf in the far side shooter position, near side. Back to Pace at the point. Looking for a target. Underhand feed taken away by Milne. Just caught it straight from Pace. And Milne wants to go to the net here. Pace slows him down. Spencer Milne will head back as he leaves for the other big man in Mike Triolo, slowly into the offensive zone, halfway through the shot clock.
Somebody needs to step up for Edmonton right now.
Will it be their captain? He'll drop for McIntyre, spins through, lost the ball. Delbianco tries to run some interference as the ball drops, and Ladner will not pick it up until the whistle comes, and that will take us to a media timeout.
They can taste it, Tino. There's Ladner Leisure Center, and these Pioneer fans want to party on Labor Day in the Flatlands.
Ladner can taste the President's Cup, and maybe you are craving the taste of the ocean. Dive into freshness with Ocean Brands Seafood. Sustainably sourced, always delicious. Ocean Brands, your catch of the day, every day.
Just fill up the President's Cup with some nice shrimp, maybe a little cocktail sauce in there, Tino, and everybody get in on that.
Now the officials will also take a break here as they have a quick chat with each other, but I mean, like you said before, the Miners need someone to step up here. Cam McLeod has been their guy all tournament long, and still, I mean, just 7 goals allowed is still a pretty strong showing for a goaltender here in the President's Cup, but he needs some help. Just 2 goals to this point for the Miners, courtesy of Brett McIntyre and Charlie McFadden.
That's just not enough. They need more.
And with the talent they have on their offensive side, more is exactly what they're on the hunt for. But at the very least, they need a kill here first. Pace gets the return feed at the point. Shoot, scores! Tyler Pace has a hat trick, and if they couldn't taste it before, they certainly can now.
8:50 away now and up 6. As I've got word, Tino, the chef, Ryan Keith's brother, Matt, the captain.
Look at that shot. The chef going crazy from the corner on the siren, but Tyler Pace puts it just under the bar. Nobody came over until his release was already going. And the party is starting here in Ladner. There's kids getting their shirts off on the far side, beer pyramids everywhere.
Tino, Christian Delbianco right now, .950 save percentage.
That's about as close to spectacular as anybody has been in this tournament. And why wouldn't it be Delbianco? Jones.
That's why Chris Hackle went out and got the man.
Ray working with Keith. Jones gets the feed. Ray with it again, steps into a heavy one, goes off McLeod and out of play. And the Pioneers will again keep tired defenders on off the reset.
Yeah, this is just exactly what you're looking for here. Resets on the 30, keep him in this end of the floor, and just run the clock dry, and the Miners out of time.
Keith from the corner. Back to the perimeter for Ray. Near side, Spencer Bromley has some room. He takes a shot looking far side, and McLeod just got enough of it to steer it to the corner, and now there's a fall in.
There's another.
Edmonton player down.
Be an injury, Tino, but it's going to be Pioneer ball out of the break. Because I'm not sure who the fallen soldier is down there. But they're closing in here in Ladner. Looking for a little history to match the three-peat of the Edmonton Miners from 2016, 17, and 18. Georgie, can we get a shot of the beer pyramid over there in the corner? Look at this thing. Think they're having a good time here at the Leisure Center?
There is another one in its infancy on the other side, more so directly across from the booth, just beside the Edmonton bench. But that one...
That's got a long way to go to reach that one.
That one to the broadcast left has, it's got it beat. The fallen Edmonton player is back to his feet. I believe it's Cody Hawkins, who is very slow getting back to the bench. He was grabbing up at his head when he was down on the turf originally. I can see him kind of shaking his head to some teammates at the top of the tunnel, and he's going to go straight to the dressing room. But as Jake mentioned, it'll be Ladner possession, and it'll be Tyler Pace, fresh off his hat trick marker, starting things off, and he gets the return feed now. Righty strong for the Pioneers. Mitch Jones near side working with brother Jason. Milne keeps him at bay. Jones, fake move, backpedal. Dixon had it, but did he really? Is it kind of deflects off of the head of his stick and falls. Now Dean Farrell with a man on his back and his front. Doucette closes the gap. McIntyre trying to get anything going for this Edmonton team. Farrell gets some space, fakes a shot, backpedals away, now under 10 to shoot. Great job here by the Ladner defenders, who just refuse to give up anything to the Miners.
Yeah, the defense is just on point. You know, the rotation, the communication, it's all there.
The stars for this team, at least the big name guys, go out the front gate, but they have some veterans and some heavy players out the defensive gate as well, and they've had an unbelievable game here as there's a fake shovel feed by Benesh, who got a rough ride, gets an extra shot as three defenders sandwiched him in the middle. That one's going to hurt a little extra as he grabs at his midsection and heads back to the bench, and there's a wave attempted to be started here in the Ladner Leisure Center. They are ready for a party, and 6 minutes and 20 seconds away from getting their dream. Lachlan over to the far side. Kinnear finds Sonichin. Back to McIntyre. Bobbled it, keeps it. Gets a slash from Barker and gets onto his wrong side. Kinnear couldn't find the handle. Sonichin can, just avoids the crease. Jensen pins him in the boards. Lob feed. McIntyre on his wrong side. Shoots, and that might have caught a piece of the post and goes out of play. A good look for Edmonton, and they'll get a reset. Now McLeod heading to the bench. Edmonton going to go 6-on-5 as Jake Bowen is going to be the extra attacker. Desperation time for the Miners. Shot, a rising one, goes off the shoulder of Del Bianco, and Ladner will grab the rebound.
That was a penalty. They let it go. This might be a Ladner turnover here, but Claire will run it down. Ladner will get set up, and you look at this Ladner team, Tino, a lot of returners from the previous two President's Cup, but a lot of new faces as well. Gone are the likes of Mallory and Shanks and Beers, who's now on the bench. Caputo not here. You know, you have the additions of Mitch Jones, Jason Jones, Hayden Dixon coming into the lineup, Cody Adamson on the back end. So Chris Hackle and Ross Frelick, they've done the job here. Freddie Klump back for another year, have put another championship roster together, and now under 5 to go for their third straight championship.
McLeod back to the net. Ryan Keith is up if they can hit him. Hanare was kept at bay by Williamson as they continue to battle off ball. Benesh will collect. Bromley comes in for help. Big screen set, no call. A 2-on-1 off the pick and roll, and Banesh is denied by the stick of McLeod.
2 goals, Tino, for Edmonton. They limited Ladner to 3 in the round robin. They only scored 6 themselves. But the Pioneers have turned the trick on the Miners here in the gold medal game.
And up to 42 shots for the Miners as Keith gets the feed. A bouncer goes early at the top of the crease and out of play. Brett Craig will head over center. McIntyre gets the feed. Now 4 minutes away from the trophy presentation. Bowen to Farrell. Looking for a lane. Gets underneath the McDermott. Leaves in the corner. Bowen has room. Fake shot on Irving, shoots, and another save by Del Bianco.
Guess who? Can't beat him.
Owen Barker with the tape coming off of his ankle. Everybody's got a ton of it. And they're just about away from glory as Ray was denied, gets a slash off and keeps possession for his team as Dixon grabs the loose ball. Now Jason Jones, watched on by John Lintz.
You just imagine how frustrated this Edmonton team must be right now. They just can't find a way. Offensively, have been stymied.
They've thrown the kitchen sink at this Ladner team. Now Farrell gets one off the shoulder of Del Bianco. That goes off the glass and all the way back towards the bench. McLeod was starting to leak back towards his net, so he gets it back up to the offense and heads off. Triolo looking 7-hole, and Del Bianco squeezes. The siren is going off once again in the corner. The Ladner Leisure Center is about to explode for their 3rd straight President's Cup.
They're going to do it.
Now Jones lobs one to Pace. A 3-goal performance from Tyler Pace when it's mattered most. Bromley will head into the corner and head off for a change. It's McLeod already starting his march back. Banesh mixing it up with Kim. Cooler heads prevail. Craig, a quick up. Gets through. Bowen puts it wide. How many chances has he had in this game?
Too many.
Now Carey with an empty net. And if the dagger wasn't already thrown, there it is at the hands of Jake Carey. Listen to this place.
You think this doesn't mean something to the city of Ladner? You're crazy.
I mentioned to somebody last night that the President's Cup to the city of Ladner is essentially like the Stanley Cup. As that one from Farrell, a heavy one, but again, cannot beat Christian Del Bianco.
Well, listen, congratulations to the Edmonton Miners for another excellent President's Cup. They make it to another final here, just the consummate professionals that they are. But they ran into a Ladner team that would not be denied here on their home floor, going for a three-peat.
And they are now just over a minute away from the promised land. Their 3rd straight President's Cup. To win a championship in general at any level in any league is one of the hardest things in the world to do. The President's Cup, some people call it the hardest one to win with how much of a grind this week is. And to do it 3 years in a row, the challenge that this has been cannot possibly be understated here. As we're into the final minute, the countdown is on. 30 seconds away. This place is going crazy. Let's take a listen for the final 20 seconds. Stay home, and the city is gonna go crazy.
Well, congrats to the Pioneers, right from John Burr, his wife Patty, General Manager Chris Hackle, again for a third straight year, Ross Frelick, Mike Mallory, Matt Beers, the coaching staff, Freddie Klump, to the women behind the team, Karen Keith and Sandy Pace, who helped keep these guys going, and to all the players who just grinded for a week straight and make their city so proud. And this party will go on for a while here in Ladner.
What a ride it's been. The trophy is on the turf. Medals are being laid out. And the celebration has hardly even started. This place is gonna go crazy.
Once again to the tournament convener, Randy Clough, the referee in charge, and Sean Lehman for all the work that his officials did all week. To all the volunteers here at the President's Cup, a tournament like this does not happen without those people. And just a first-class event from start to finish here in Ladner. Ends up with the hometown team being crowned champions for the third straight year as handshakes are underway.
An embrace there between the two starting goaltenders, Cam McLeod and Christian Del Bianco. And Del Bianco finished with 44 saves in the championship game.
On 46 shots.
Unbelievable, as every member of this Pioneers team is having an extra word for Cam McLeod. He was stellar for them throughout this tournament. Again, an even goals against average of 5, 2 assists to his name as well. But the Pioneers were able to get 9 past him in the championship game. And like I said, this party is just about to get started here.
The ultimate respect here from the Miners, champions in their own right. And one of the classiest organizations you're ever going to find. They'll be back. No question about it.
And just want to get this in as well while we have a moment before the trophy and medals are awarded. I mean, Jake, for myself and you as well, and Teddy, you know, we've just come off a week at the Minto Cup, an unbelievable experience, and it is certainly not lost on any of us how unique of an experience it is to go from national championship to national championship, and just 2 unbelievable atmospheres, 2 incredible opportunities. So I think I can pretty confidently speak on behalf of, again, the 3 of us, Teddy Jenner, yourself, and myself, just saying thank you to everybody involved. It's just been an unbelievable ride this summer. And one more Canadian National Championship to go here.
Yeah. Another great summer.
Almost everybody in this building is on their feet.
Can't forget about Eddie Schuss, the Eagle. A Ladner legend who does everything for this Ladner team. And I know how much this one means for the Schuss family.
The handshakes are just about complete. The miners, as classy as ever, making sure to go down the entire line. Officials, tournament representatives. There's some kids on the floor as well that are all getting a fist bump. And it's so brutal to be on the losing side of things and, still finding a way to keep your chin up and go through the motions.
Now, whether it's your first or your third here, Tino, it means just as much. And you can see it down there in all those faces in white, red, and black.
And now we'll throw it down to the floor as Randy Clough is going to make some announcements ahead of the presentation of medals and the trophy. The Edmonton Miners now accepting their silver medals. And again, just a hard-fought battle for this Edmonton team, and they'll be back, no doubt about that, as they usually are. And such a tough sight to see. I was looking over while tournament convener Randy Clough was giving those announcements at the captain, Mike Triolo, who for a while was just sitting on the floor with his head down. You know, the President's Cup means the world to him as well.
For the guys that might have this be their last one, like Ryan Benesh, Ryan Keefe, some of the elder statesmen on this Pioneer team, they'll savor this one.
And speaking of Ryan Benesh, kids on the turf. It's got to be such a cool moment for him and his entire family. We are just moments away from the Pioneers getting presented their medals, and then, of course, the trophy shortly thereafter. We'll go back down to the turf, and we'll sign off just after the celebration gets underway. And there you have it. The cup has already come off the trophy and is being made into headwear.
That's so Ladner if I've ever seen it.
The beers are flowing and the trophy is going right out the back gate and towards the fans. And
that might be the last time we see that thing.
And they're going right into the stands with it. Did you ever need more evidence of how much this trophy means to this community?
Well, how about Christian Del Bianco, Tino, who is your tournament MVP and does it on what I believe is his 27th birthday today. 2 goals on 46 shots. Played almost every single minute of this tournament and was the best player in Ladner this week.
Unbelievable, and what a way to close out just a crazy week. Again, I mean, I know Teddy mentioned it before, or maybe it was you. Between you and Teddy, you guys were here for every single day. I at least got the first day off. It's been an unbelievable grind. So before I sign things off, Jake, any last words to close out the week?
Just, a fantastic job by yourself, from Georgie, from Keith, from Peter, from Ty, from Shelley, the entire crew here at BC Sports TV that, brought the pictures and the words and the games to the people that were unable to get here to Ladner and did it free of charge and allowed people to see this great game and these great players showcase their skills at the highest level. And I love being a part of the President's Cup, and it was a lot of fun this week. So thank you to everybody.
And just for the final words here, on behalf of all of BC Sports for the entire summer of lacrosse that it's been, there's a few people we'd like to thank. John Burr, Ross Freilich, Terry Willis, and Randy Clough of the President's Cup. Josh Wall and Dave Kidd and the entire Port Coquitlam Saints Lacrosse Club. Fred Jenner, Rod Wood, and the entire Victoria Junior Shamrocks organization. And of course, the crew here at BC Sports TV as well. Cameraman extraordinaire George Parra, Shelley Fay, Ty Klarner, Teddy Jenner, Jake Elliott. What a dream team we've had here throughout this summer. And I already can't wait for next. So for one last time, for the entire cast of characters up here in the booth, for cameraman extraordinaire George Parra, for Jake Elliott, for myself, I've been Tino Farah, we've been BC Sports TV, and we'll see you next time.